Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with On the Fly Review for you, and today I'm talking about Eddington, released last month, directed by Ari Aster, starring Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal, Emma Stone, and Austin Butler. The whole setup to this movie is takes place in a New Mexico town during the COVID lockdowns and the Summer of Love. Pedro Pascal is a mayor who's at war with the sheriff, who's Joaquin Phoenix, and I wish there was more to the movie than that, but there really isn't. It tries to throw in a lot of wacky stuff and tie in all the madness from that year together, but it really does seem aimless and very self-important. Uh, Emma Stone is interesting as neurotic conspiracy theorist. Doesn't get to do a lot of stuff. Austin Butler is like this, snake charmer, cult leader. Uh, doesn't get to do anything. Even Pedro Pascal seems to be overlooked because they spend so much time on Joaquin Phoenix's character, and I think Joaquin Phoenix is completely miscast. Just do not buy him as a lawman. You know what I mean? And God got me in a situation where I want more of Pedro Pascal. And God, the guy's so exposed. But ultimately, I'm only giving this movie 3.5 stars. I thought the first half, even the middle, but it really falls apart in this super silly third act where it becomes a big action movie. I understand the movie is a comedy, a dark comedy, but it doesn't mean it works. uh, that being said, still Joaquin Phoenix's best movie since he won the Oscar for Joker. Yeah, just this wasn't very good. I'm gonna do, like I said, 3.5 stars, but I got a couple more movies I'm gonna mention real quick. I'm gonna try to do this more like this, once a week videos. Uh, Formula One or F1 the movie. I'm not no Formula One, which was directed by John Krasinski, stars Brad Pitt, Javier Bardem, and Carrie Condon. Was actually a really interesting movie. I enjoyed it. It was very fun, well paced, good characters. It was a bit long in the tooth, sure. I mean, it could have been a good 20, 15 minutes shorter for me. But, I liked it. It's a sports movie. It's about fast driving cars, macho guys doing macho things with macho vehicles. Sure. They don't make a lot of movies. They really don't make movies like that anymore. The same guy who made Top Gun 2, so yeah, same kind of energy, and see why it made money, see why people are liking it. For me, it's just there. It's all right. I give it 3.5 stars. Like I said, I thought it was really well made. I think Javier Bardem and Brad Pitt are both really good in this. But yeah, it's just a movie for me. I'll probably never see it again, but it's all right. I enjoyed it while it was on. Elio, Pixar's latest movie, is an absolute mess of a film. You can tell that there's subplots and stuff cut out of this movie, left and right. And also at like only 90 minutes, it feels like it's two different movies like meshed in, and there's no room to breathe, where at the same time nothing's really explored. Like I said, it feels like a lot got left on the editing room in this one. Yeah, it's a mess, and it's barely coherent and really unwatchable. I give it 1 star. uh the Accountant too, like with Den of Thieves, it's not until I'm sitting here watching the movie on streaming that I didn't see the first one. uh so for a minute I was a touch lost, but I caught up. It's an action movie. Ben Affleck plays a an autistic hired gun, uh who ends up dragging his little brother John Bernthal into a case. I honestly don't even remember the particulars of the case. Something about finding abducted kids involved in there. But it was Ben Affleck and John Bernthal had good chemistry together, and they shot up a lot of guys. I watched this movie literally like 4 days ago, and I can barely remember any details to the actual plot. That being said, 2.5 stars. It was fun, stupid fun, and but forgettable. A no-brainer, I guess. The Amateur, starring Rami Malek, Lawrence Fishburne. Oh man, just look. Can't believe Joaquin Phoenix as a lawman, Rami Malek as an action hero. I'd rather see Peter Dinklage play Super. Oh shit, no, that movie's actually coming out next month, isn't it? Yeah, Peter Dinklage, Toxic Avenger. That's had. There's nothing more ridiculous than There's nothing to compare it to. Rami Malek as a revenge on a mission, man of action. No. Doesn't work. He was barely man enough to be. He wasn't even man enough to play Freddie Mercury, for Christ's sake. He barely got by on that. That's a 1-star movie. That movie was awful, terrible movie. And finally, I Know What You Did Last Summer, the remake starring Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. and new cast members who don't really care. Madeline Klein, Whiskey, from Glass Onion, is one of them. This was a cheap, terrible, awfully written, terribly acted, poorly recorded, meaningless, and even hateful film. Yeah, it was a piece of shit. Extremely predictable, and like at the same time, not only is it predictable, you kind of say at the same time, please don't go there. But they go there. It's really bad. It totally sucks. Amelia's good for Freddie Prinze, and Jennifer Love Hewitt for getting a paycheck. I can't remember the last time either one of them were in an actual movie that came out in theaters. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's 1 star too. So yeah, it was Formula One, and Formula One. No, the rest of these were kind of awful, weren't they? Formula One was good, but nevertheless, go see Weapons if you haven't seen Weapons yet. That is a masterpiece. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.